Across the planet, humans have adapted to the wildest, harshest, and most unbelievable environments. From people who live in the trees, to nomads of the sea, to guardians of deserts and mountains, these are not just survival stories but testaments to human creativity, resilience, and spirit. Today we'll explore 10 unreal communities, each with their own unique way of living. From Africa to Asia, Siberia to South America, join me on a journey into the extraordinary. And make sure to watch till the very end, because the final tribe we'll meet might just change the way you see our entire planet. Subscribe now for more journeys into the wonders of humanity in 4K. In Papua's rainforest, where rivers snake through dense green and the air hums with life, live the Korowai people. They are one of the few tribes in the world still building homes high in the treetops, some perched more than 30 meters above the ground. Why so high? To protect against insects, flooding, and historically, even rival tribes. Building these houses is a feat of skill and bravery, cutting trees with stone tools, lashing logs with vines, and climbing dizzying ladders daily. Life here revolves around hunting wild pigs, fishing, and foraging. The forest is supermarket, pharmacy, and temple all at once. Until the 1970s, the Korowai had almost no contact with the outside world. Outsiders saw them as living in another time, but for the Korowai, their way of life is timeless. On the wide-open plains of East Africa live the Maasai, guardians of tradition and masters of survival in the savannah. For the Maasai, cattle are life. They provide milk, blood, and meat, but also represent wealth, marriage dowries, and even spiritual connection. A man's cattle are his bank, his pride, his family's lifeline. The Maasai are famous for their ceremonies. From the Unoto, where boys become warriors, to their vibrant jumping dances, symbols of strength and energy. Their bright red robes, called shuka, stand out boldly against the landscape. Despite pressures from modern governments and land restrictions, the Maasai have fiercely preserved their language, dress, and pastoral lifestyle. They remind the world that tradition can thrive even in the face of modernity. Imagine living where winters drop below 50 degrees Celsius. In Siberia's Yakutia region, the Yakut people endure one of Earth's coldest inhabited places. To survive, they raise hardy horses and reindeer, both vital for transport, clothing, and food. Their houses are insulated with wood and fur, and their diets rely on frozen fish and meat. Fresh vegetables are a rare luxury in this frozen land. But life here isn't just about survival. The Yakut hold vibrant festivals like Isyak, celebrating the summer solstice with horse racing, throat singing, and offerings to nature spirits. Their traditions are rooted in shamanism, where the land, sky, and animals are alive with spirits. Against the odds, the Yakut thrive, showing that warmth can be found even in the coldest corners of the earth. Next we head to the ocean, to meet the Bajau, known as the sea nomads of Southeast Asia. For centuries they've lived aboard houseboats, drifting across the waters of the Philippines, Malaysia, and Indonesia. What makes them truly unreal? Their bodies have physically adapted to their lifestyle. Bajau divers have enlarged spleens, allowing them to store more oxygen, and their eyesight underwater is sharper than most humans. Children learn to swim before they can walk. Men dive over 70 meters deep with nothing but wooden goggles and spears. Women gather shellfish from the shallows. Though many now live in stilt villages, the Bajau spirit is forever tied to the sea. They are not visitors to the ocean, they are part of it. In the thin air of the Andes, where oxygen is scarce and the land rugged, live the Aymara people of Bolivia and Peru. They farm ancient terraced fields, growing potatoes, quinoa, and maize, crops adapted to the high altitude. Their llamas and alpacas provide wool and transport across mountains. Lake Titicaca, the highest navigable lake in the world, is sacred to the Aymara. They believe it is the birthplace of the sun. The Aymara calendar, older than the Incas, reflects their deep connection with the cycles of nature. Their festivals blend Catholicism with Andean spirituality, creating a vibrant mix of traditions that echo across the highlands. Among the islands of the Andaman Sea live the Moken people, often called sea gypsies. Like the Bajau, their lives revolve around the ocean. The Moken can see underwater twice as clearly as most humans, thanks to unique training of their pupils. Children dive for shells and fish with incredible ease, while adults navigate treacherous seas using knowledge passed down through generations. They believe in the spirit of the sea, guiding their voyages and protecting them from storms. But modern development and restrictions on fishing threaten their way of life, pushing them closer to land. Still, the Moken remain tied to the sea, their home, their teacher, their protector. On the cliffs of Mali's Bandiagra escarpment live the Dogon people, one of Africa's most fascinating cultures. Their villages cling to sheer rock faces, blending into the landscape. The Dogon are famous for their masked dances, where elaborate wooden masks bring ancestral spirits to life. Their carvings and architecture reflect deep symbolism and cosmic beliefs. For decades, researchers have debated their astronomical knowledge, with some claiming the Dogon knew of the star Sirius B long before telescopes. Whether myth or truth, their wisdom continues to inspire. To the Dogon, the universe is alive, and their traditions are a way to stay in harmony with it. In Bhutan's high mountains, the Tiger's Nest Monastery seems almost unreal, perched on a cliff nearly 3,000 meters above the valley floor. Legend says Guru Rinpoche, who brought Buddhism to Bhutan, flew here on the back of a tigress, meditating in the caves for 3 years. Today, monks live here in silence and devotion, dedicating their lives to prayer, meditation, and discipline. For them, life is not about survival in the material world, but about the journey to enlightenment. In the Sahara Desert, the world's largest hot desert, survived the Tuareg nomads. Known as the Blue People for their indigo-dyed veils, the Tuareg are masters of desert survival. Their camels carry salt, water, and trade goods across landscapes that seem endless. They navigate by the stars, finding hidden oases where life can continue. The Tuareg are not just survivors. They are poets, musicians, and storytellers, with songs that echo across the dunes at night. Their resilience is matched only by their elegance. In Colombia's Sierra Nevada, de Santa Marta Mountains live the Kogi people, who call themselves the Elder Brothers. The Kogi believe they are guardians of the world, tasked with keeping balance between nature and humanity. They warn that modern society, the younger brothers, are damaging the earth, and that harmony must be restored. Guided by spiritual leaders called Mamos, chosen as children and trained in caves for years, the Kogi maintain wisdom passed down for centuries. Their way of life is not just about survival. It's about protecting the future of the planet for us all. From the frozen tundras to the burning deserts, from the sea to the sky, these communities show us what it truly means to be human. Their lives may seem unreal to us, but they are real, thriving, and deeply connected to their lands, their beliefs, and their traditions. So, which of these extraordinary people amazed you the most? Tell me in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves discovering the wonders of our world. Until next time, keep exploring, because humanity is far more unreal than you could ever imagine.